We're talking about grading multi-select questions with Google Forms and Google Sheets. A multi-select question asks the student to mark all of the correct options. Students will receive points for both marked correct options and unmarked incorrect options. This type of question is slightly difficult to grade because the teacher has to give points for unmarked incorrect answers. Also, it's difficult because self-grading quizzes with Google Forms like Flubberoo or the built-in quiz feature with Google Forms, they won't correctly grade these questions. They're graded either 100% correct or wrong. In order to correctly grade these questions, we are going to use Google Sheets. I'm going to start by creating an example quiz. I'm going to make sure that I click on this gear and collect email addresses, restrict it to only people within the school district, and limit to just one response. Be sure to switch the questions from multiple choice to checkboxes. You can also click here and shuffle the option order. Alright, now that I've got my example quiz, I am going to click on the eye icon. I'm going to fill it out to create an answer key. You'll notice that since I chose checkboxes, I can select more than one answer. When the students are finished taking the test or quiz, we'll click on Responses and click on this green button right here to create a spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, we can see all of the students' responses as well as the answer key. Now, the answer key could have been done before the students took the test, or it could be the last one because you've done it after the students took the test. That doesn't matter. The next thing we're going to do is somewhere down here, somewhere below the student responses, we're going to tally up the scores. Let's create some headings. I've created 4 headings: the email address, question 1 points, question 2 points, and the total score. In the first cell underneath email address, I'm going to put in a code that's just going to replicate what is up here. So I've simply typed in equals B2, the name of this cell right here. Instead of typing, I could press equals and then just click on that cell. Either way, when I press enter, it replicates that cell. And if I copy and paste that cell, it'll replicate all of the email addresses. One easy way to do this is to grab this dot and pull down. Next, I'm going to click on the cell right under question 1 points. I'm going to use this really long code, equals count if C2 correct, plus count if C2 correct. I'm going to copy this and paste it into the spreadsheet right here. All the places that it says correct, I'm going to change to correct answers. And everywhere that it says incorrect, I'm going to change it to my incorrect answers for this first question. One last thing to check. It is possible that instead of C2, the answers for this first question are in a different column. So then in that case, you would just change it to D2 or B2 or whatever cell contains the answers for the first question. Once that's complete, you've put in all of the correct and incorrect options. Press enter. I know that that worked correctly because that was my answer key, and the answer key got 4 points. 2 points for correctly marking the correct answers, and 2 points for correctly not marking the incorrect answers. Next, I'm going to copy that cell down to all of the following cells. I'm going to click on this dot and drag down. For the next question, I'm actually just going to copy this cell over for question 2. I'm going to use copy and paste, and you'll notice that it has automatically switched to cell D2, which is the column where the answers for question 2 are found. I'll change the correct answers and the incorrect answers. This symbol right here, less than, greater than, means does not contain. When that's complete, I press enter and it calculates the score. Once again, I know it's correct because that is the answer key, and it's given me 2 points for having the 2 correct answers and 2 points for not having the incorrect answers. I'm going to copy this cell down to all the following ones by clicking on this dot and dragging it down. Finally, the total score, I'm going to click on this cell, press equals sum, put in an opening parentheses, and then click on the cells that contain the scores for question 1 and question 2. When you press enter, it automatically calculates your total score. Next, copy this cell to the following ones by clicking on this dot and dragging down. Now that you have the total score, if you'd like to calculate the percentage, you can do that in the next column, like this. After you get this, you can click on the % sign right up here, and it tells you the student's grade for this quiz.